topic is optimizing the use of resources, presented by Anuja R. APCAC, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Resource optimization is a management practice or strategies to boost employee performance, efficiency and productivity within a project-based organization. Resource optimization in project management comprises various processes such as planning, forecasting, allocating, scheduling available resources and utilizing them intelligently to meet the organizer's objectives. These resources can be human, equipment, facilities, finance and etc. Different types of resource optimization. Resource can be optimized at different levels such as the capability of cost, utilization, location and season to ensure the profitability and successful project delivery. Cost optimization. After estimating the resource required, the project budget is analyzed and the cost effective employee are identified across the organization. This also includes forming an appropriate resource mix of permanent and on-demand employee to avoid the cost. Then utilization optimization prevents managers from over or underutilizing resources and uniform workload distributions. Hence, before assigning tasks, managers can view the resources schedules, understand their availability and book accordingly. Location optimization enables manager to hire or allocate resources from suitable locations based on the project requirement, keeping the skill set, cost and other constraints in mind. Then seasonal optimization. It refers to the strategic allocation of resources to align with the fluctuating demands and trends at different times of the year. Different resources optimization technique. Resource leveling is implemented on project with flexible timeline where the start and end dates can be readjusted based on the critical resources availability and schedule. Resource smoothing is the project management, also known as time constraint scheduling, is used when the project is time sensitive. Reverse resource allocation is usually applied the highly technical project with the field of deadline or require critical or skilled resources to perform certain phases of the project on a specific dates. Modeling and simulation is a technique that assists managers in building multiple scenarios in a sandbox environment. They can then analyze and compare the outcome of the scenario, select the best fit resource plan and prioritize the projects. Critical path model. The critical path method is a resource optimization technique that identifies the sequence of critical tasks and determines the minimum project duration. By mapping tasks and dependencies, this technique helps managers pinpoint to critical path to the longest stretch of dependent activities. Then linear programming. Linear programming is widely used mathematical modeling technique to determine the optimum allocation of scarce resources among competing the demand. Resources typically include raw material, manpower, machinery, time and money and space. The technique is very powerful and found especially useful because of its application to many different types of real business problem in areas like finance, production, sales and distribution, personal marketing and many more areas of management. As the name implies, the linear programming model consists of linear objectives and linear constraint, which means that the variable in a model have a proprietor's relationship. For example, an increase the manpower resource will result in an increase in work out. Essential linear programming model. For a given problem solution, there are certain essential conditions that need to be solved by using linear programming. First one is limited resources, limited number of labors, material, equipments and finance. Objective to refer to the aim of optimize that is maximize the profit or minimize the cost. The linearity, increase the labor input will have a proportionate and increase the output. Homogeneity, it protect the workers efficiency and machines are assumed to be identical. Divisibility, it is assumed the resource and product can be divided into the fraction. Then properties of linear programming model. The following properties from the linear programming model. Relationship among decision variable must be linear in nature. A model must have an objective function. Resource constraint are essential. A model must have a non-negativity constraint. Then project schedule. In project management, a schedule is a listing of project milestone, activities and deliverable, usually intended start and finish the date. In many industries such as the engineering and constructions, the development and maintenance of project schedule is the responsibility of full-time schedule or team of schedulers depending on the size of the project. Basic steps taken in project management: define activities to identify the specific action to be performed to produce the project deliverables. Second one is sequencing activity to identify and documenting relationship among the project activities. Then estimate the activity resources, estimating the type of quantities of materials, people, equipment or supplies required to perform each activity. Estimate activity duration, approximating the number of work period needed to complete individual activities with estimated resources. Then develop schedule to analyze activity sequence, durations, resource requirements and schedule constraint to create the project schedule. Then control schedule, monitoring the status of the project to update project progress and managing changes to the schedule baseline. Techniques used project scheduling. Before the project schedule can be created, the schedule maker, it should have the work breakdown structure, an effort estimate for each task and resource list which available the resources. Work breakdown structure. Dividing the complex project to simpler and manageable tasks is to process identified as a work breakdown structure. Usually the project managers use this method for simplifying the project execution. That much larger task and broke down to manageable chunk of works. These chunks can be easily supervised and estimated. It can be divided into decomposition. The project management and system engineers is deliverable oriented decomposition of a project into smaller components. A work breakdown structure elements may be a product, data, a service or any combinations, and also provide the necessary framework for detailed cost estimating and control, along with providing guidance for schedule development and control. Scheduling tools for techniques. There are two methods we are used. One is Gantt chart, another one is network diagram. The Gantt chart is nothing but a bar chart, that is a visual representation of the sequencing and duration of activities on any given project. Useful is it is easy to read, give each term number overview of the project, indicate clearly the status of each activity, can be drawn to show the budgets, equipments and usage. The network diagram, it also used as the interrelationship between the project. Then critical path scheduling. The scheduling technique whose order and duration of the sequence of task activity directly affect the completion date of the project. Thank you.